There was a video about Rickey Smiley's son, dark skin, kinky hair. Nothing wrong with kinky hair, and yeah, I got a perm in my hair, but at least comb your hair before talking, son. Okay, about him saying that black women were unattractive and this and that, and folks going at him. They found tweets like I'm telling her to a white girl Wednesday. Who even made that up? Which is disgusting to me. He said white girl Wednesday. Okay, and this dark skin young, and I'm bringing up a color in here, dark skin, because all y'all thought that dark skinned brothers, majority of them were, and I'm not dark skinned, y'all. Dark, I'm 37 years old. Dark skin is dark brown to the color of black, okay? So I'm not going to go along with those people because you got more melanin, but you're not dark chocolate. You somehow dark skinned. That's when I came up in the 80s, born 79, that was not the thing, okay? So I'm not with that old super pure black, super dark, blacker than black mess. When none of us genetically, no matter how dark or light we are not even blacker than that. Okay, so I'm always step on the we are all mixed because that's what we are. When like I said, the on my ancestry last year, the farthest I can go was 1590 England. Okay, not Zimbabwe. Okay, on my mama's side, and how that happened because they always have the white ancestor, and it was my great great grandmother, full grandmother, not the white slave master. She married somebody of color. When you do genealogy, black and Native American people did not get always, the records are not always documented going back in slavery. Okay, especially they're in the Anglo-nized, white Anglo-nized country that's Protestant. Okay, I mean states, shall I say? Unlike Louisiana, the was dominated by both Spanish and the French. The Catholic Church kept records of the slaves and in names and stuff. But in Protestant, white Anglos and Protestant, they when doing slavery, they always doing the slavery, okay, not after. Went by boy, girl, man, mulatto, negro, that type of thing, okay? And even sometimes the people were mulatto down the family tree, but they was 18, they had their own version, one driver room, 18 black, card, then they would consider black, even though they down in their family tree, it could be somebody that's not all that black, okay? So they didn't do, so that's when my first grandmother, of course, by her being white, her records were just all over the place. Her ancestors and even the white cousins of mine that's related on my mom's side of the family. So do you understand that's how I was able to trace the lineage to, because she was Irish and English, but her English DNA, her English heritage were more documented, okay? So I was able to trace my grandma Edna ancestors all the way to 1590 England on answer.com. And it was, I'm serious, the email was bumping hot. You got clues, Zachary. You got clues. You got clues, 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 clues. I'm like, dang, So that's how I was able to get in cousins and who had the same ancestors who are white. That's how I was able to do that. But one point, the reason I'm bringing this up, we have a false identity that was raised by a white racist society. The one drive black blood ratio was no longer a law since 1967. In the Virginia case, the Supreme Court got rid of that law, but the people did not make it popular to know that. Did not make it big. But black nationalists, like I said in my video, that white people use Darwinism to control white America with three Ks in it, use it to control African American people who are not pure black, who are mixed with their DNA, which is true in the American DNA, and not let us recognize all the ancestry. We wouldn't have this damn problem about the people saying that black folks unattractive or whatever. When you have a identity that's based on a Eurocentric value system, not just say it like it is, because when we think of black America, who do we mostly try to go with? Those who are lighter. I have people say you're a good looking black man. Why you're saying you're mixed when actually I am mixed and also part of the black heritage, not pure of it, okay? And I know if I was 10 times darker than me, darker than this camera complexion, they would not even say the word good looking. Okay, let's call it like it is, okay? But since I don't look powder yellow, what's the name? Drake, but I don't look like no Well, it's nice either. You have to make that comment. Let's call it like it is. You have brothers, and I'm not trying to sound gay, but it's stupid to say this to you. These dark skinned brothers say this on YouTube, complain about being dark skinned. Folks don't like them, but they'll turn around and say, I'm an ugly motherfucker. And I'm like, and I ain't trying to sound gay, brother. You're not ugly. You're a handsome brother. Why would you even say that? You know, and I'm calling, and it's time sounding gay. You're getting yourself props when you say you're handsome. You know, I always said I'm a handsome, good-looking man. Okay, and it's sad that in our community we try to use that conscious mess, and that all mean conscious in a non-racist manner. Okay, non-bigoted manner. Okay, and a lot of folks go with this because Elijah Muhammad and all them people back in the day was racist, and they still was trying to preach some type of black pride, but that's why. But instead of doing what Martin King did, even though he was mixed, he acknowledged his black heritage and, and said he was proud of it. And you can be proud of your black heritage. I'm proud of my black heritage and also be proud of the non-black roots. And as I said, we should claim the multiracial because it includes everything. It doesn't exclude being black. It includes black and other ethnicities or races that we have in us that makes us who we are today, no matter what we look like, because without those genes, different genealogy areas of your life, if you didn't have those ancestors, y'all, and your parents are not pure black, they're mixed too, you would not be walking the world today. Let's call it like it is. If it wasn't for my black, and if it wasn't for African, the Spanish, the French, the English, the Irish, the Native, in my heritage, you would not see Zacchaeus today. You would not see Zacchaeus. My parents would not exist. My grandparents would not exist. Let's call it like it is. No matter how long it was, they ass got in your family tree. That's why you're here today. Okay. So let's get to the point. So this dark-skinned young man had said that black women were unattractive, and sisters, y'all just stop being upset with this, because if I was a sister, okay, bye. There's other brothers out there. You know what I'm saying? Or there's other men, period, no matter what color they are out there. Why I'm bitching the moment about some little boy who don't know what he's talking about. Let me explain why that I learned to have that type of conscience, because I heard sisters say things about our brothers growing up. And there were times that I did not get upset. Let me say why. Collectivism caused stereotypes, and it's no form of slavery. When you tell a group of people they cannot be their own person and they buy into the negative stereotypes, it is your damn fault. So the reason why I said this, because when Kate Michelle had said that she would start dating white men, I wasn't too upset. Because when I step into a room, people get to know who I am, and they view me with the black one drop ideology. Okay, even though they like to know constantly I'm a multiracial person, and they know that I look more black, but the people on the ship that came here was 10 times darker than I am. Okay, look more like the brother who said that. What happened is when I say that is that the uniqueness of me. I should not be a unique person. Sometimes, yeah, I do take pride being unique and being the brother who's not stereotypical. But it's sad that I am that on a few to people who have his own mind, who thinks outside the box, who don't live the stereotypical jigaboos standards that people try to force us to live socially. And it's sad. It makes me want to cry when I hear people say that. I never saw a brother that is like you. Never saw a black person or a mixed black person. They said whatever. Because we should, at 2017, have our own personalities, have our own way of living. And I don't mean own as a group, I mean as an individual. So you would not have no room to make stereotypes. You know what I'm saying? I like to debunk people's ignorance, not go along with it just to please them and put a smile on their face, but make me feel uncomfortable trying to live up to someone else's dumb, stupid ass standards. And what happened is that as a group, we have told each other we can't, because we have one drop of black blood. There's no room for any individuality, individual rights. And forget that civil rights when it was signed by 1964, it does include, not exclude, individual rights. And when I saw the young woman who he was trying to go on a double date with, the girl does not fit the stereotype of a sister. And I said stereotype. She not shaking her head and have a sci-fi attitude and and try to berate you for being a brother. And that's where it comes from. Before y'all start attacking this brother, let's ask the reason why and what the experience he went through. Because some of the sisters who complain about this need to start understanding you perpetuate the stereotype of reason why some brothers do not want you. Okay? Just like, can I get mad with K. Michelle for dating white men? Because let me say this. No, not every brother out there thugging. But some of you sisters go after those thugs. A brother who's suit dressed up, you question his sexuality. You know, he's presentable because he's trying to attract, not only he's trying to be himself, because that's who he is, being proper, look clean from head to toe, have nice clothes, who don't live the stereotypical jigaboo, being the Mandingo Negro stereotype, the buck stereotype, the savage Sambo stereotype that we see today in hip hop, that white people have and who are racist has allowed y'all to portray so they can make a buck out of you and actually make you look stupid from me when some of you youngsters go along with that stereotype. You put brothers down for not going on with that stereotype. But you go at those brothers, and when them brothers beat you side of the head and call you a bitch and hoe and everything, then you want to say all brothers act the same damn way. And it's sad. And then when a brother does not act the hyper masculine brute, shall I say, you want to question his sexuality. You want to say he's gay. And that's not right. But you wouldn't do a white man or a Hispanic man or any other person of color like that. And that's the reason why he said that. Because you do disrespect brothers in the point that you think it's okay. And that goes back by self-hatred. It goes back to the William syndrome when they made the woman in charge of the household. And now today we see the single parent, and it is both the man and the woman's fault because instead of, after the 60s, instead of practicing what white people who were doing destructive things, not all white people, once doing the sexual revolution, you and my grandparents went through this, went on with the problem, and then did not finish or did not make up for your mistakes. You allow people to take care of your kids, like my parents did, and not take care of them after you had created a person outside of marriage. Can't get mad at homosexuality and being a marriage when it's not really a true marriage in a biblical sense, but you didn't do biblical things either when you was out there fornicating brothers and sisters back in the 60s and 70s where you dark or light skin, whatever, where you claim to be pure black or mixed. You went on with the fuckery and did not made up to your standards by taking care of your kids after. And I could blame both the man who gave sperm to the women and I blame the woman from allowing the sperm to go to her. So the real reason why this brother is saying that, because some of you sisters, by white men letting you do this, let this happen. You mistreated your son. You talked down to your son. You talked down to your men out there. So don't come here and scream self-hatred when you have the same damn situation as well. And when we check you for that, every fucking excuse come out your mouth, including try to use the name of God and religion to go along with it, like a slave master that was on, what's that man name? Who was a freedom fighter? Nat Turner, that told the slaves to obey their master. You sound just like him every time you try to use that religion, mass, and the brothers who simp and dumb go along with it. So that's why this brother said this. If you want brothers to attract you, I'm sorry, some sisters, you need to stop perpetuating the stereotype and telling brothers to go along with it. Every time a good-looking brother, and I'm trying to sound gay, where he dark-skinned, light-skinned, where he has a suit, tie, who try to stand up, you bash that brother. You treat him like trash, but the brother who's thugging and acting like a Sambo, stepping fetching ass fool, you sit here and give him props. And then when he turns around and be that savage brute to you, you want to cry to the white man about it. But you chose that man. I cannot sit here and I saw love to. I understand, sister, that you upset with this brother, but some you sisters, I said some, not all, allow this mess to go along, and the thug gets more good reputation in the hood than a blue-collar brother who's trying to make it. When your son turned 18, y'all, in the community, you the one who's been open your big mouth and try to tell him not to be a man. Oh, well, back in the day, fuck back in the day. We don't live in slavery and Jim Crow days. That's a blessing that we don't live that mess no more. But we're about to go back to it with a white racist man named Trump being president. You don't want that man to be an 18-year-old grown man, so he won't be living in your damn house at the age 18 and 20 and 30 so you're damn old. How about 21? You don't make the damn rules. The law says 18. You brought a child to the world to grow up, not to be a little baby in diapers all the rest of the damn days. You went along with the Winless syndrome and sit here emasculate that child. And that's why some of these brothers are hyper-masculine because they don't know what the fuck how to be a man. While other races of men, other African descendant men don't have to live that shit. And so I can't get too upset when some of you in the segregated hood, and I said segregated because if he did integrate and saw the mistakes, the same bitches that's in the community are bitches like that in the white community and bitches like that in the Hispanic community. And I'm not saying that all white women or all Hispanic women are bitches, but there are bitches come in all colors. And I use the word bitch, but it's I'm misogyny now because some of these women, no matter what color, and I used when I was in the body, I had to cuss them out in Spanish. When I was around white women, like I had a white woman at my job, before I left, I had to leave the other job, not my supervisor, but she was the white woman that came to, she became the Hispanic man, hired her, because the white man that's about my age was leaving, okay? He's sick, he's not feeling good, whatever. But I do see on his Facebook, but I don't follow him. He's traveling a lot. It'll be in his business. Point is, this blonde white woman, okay, so the brother to understand this, and that's me talking about the cuss. I know she was assistant manager. I about to cuss the bitch out. Because anybody act mean to me, okay, going back to grandma who raised me, okay, and grandfather used to get very mad at her to the point that he wanted to do something because of her attitude. But if I looked like our white ancestors, shall I say, even though I'm not dark skinned, because my uncle had a lot of issues getting beaten by, exactly, thank you, because he's the darkest one out of my aunt and my father. My father and I'm lighter than my father and my aunt, but they lighter than my, thank you. I call it because he had the worst whooping. He was mischievous, but still. We know that we hear the same story, that the darkest one in the family gets the worst whoopings. And who's contributing? Not only the father doing this, it's the mother sometimes. So, point is, that's why. So when I hear someone yell at me and scream at me, it makes me angry because I know that if I did not look the way I look, then a lot more African, even though I'm not dark chocolate, I would get the respect. I would not get that type of behavior towards me. And even I worked around sisters at the job before that old bitch who happened to be Caucasian. About the fifth field spot, I'm glad that they let me go and have another job as security worker because I don't want to deal with somebody who give me problems. Because I might go, I act a fool because I don't want to buy of anybody of any kind talk to me any kind of way. I don't have no damn fucking excuses. Fuck your damn excuses. Learn how to treat me with respect, and I treat you respect. And that's how, if you treat me respect, you know they respect. Like Madonna said in the song Survival, okay? Up and down, all around, all about survival. And all my email, if you give me respect, then you know what to expect. And I wish y'all stop trying to get no, shut the fuck up about what you believe in. Know how to respect people, and I respect you. Point is, that's why this man said that. He had issues with sisters, and they felt comfortable because by society, you're told to be above the brother. You're told to down the brother, mistreat the brother, even from coming in white people. And you talk about self-hatred, when you treat your brother and think it's okay and make damn excuses, you can't make the same damn argument. When white men or Spanish men come in, oh, how you doing? But you treat, with that sapphire, you're a damn self-hater too. Okay? Cannot make that damn argument. I will make a part 2 about the situation, and I will. Okay? Because my phone will not allow me to do so many minutes of these videos. That's the reason why it's hard to me to upload the damn J7 phone on YouTube. But I'm going to make a part 2, and I'm going to come back with y'all.